And we're back to using ChatGPT. This time I want to talk about coding with it. I use the free version, so you can do the same here. Let us simply create a to-do list, and I prompt it in a way so that it only uses HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And I've tried that before. I think it's stunning that it's capable of doing that. Let me open up a code editor so that I can paste the code inside of it. It has given me 3 coding parts for 3 files. Let me tell it to place the code in only one file so that I can easily copy paste this for my tutorial here. So it regenerates it, and here you can see the style, the CSS part. It's now part of this code block, and somewhere right here is the script for the JavaScript part. Just copy the code, so left click here, get back to the editor, Ctrl V to paste. If you're totally new to coding, you have to save it as an HTML file. Let me for example call this todo.html, and you have to save it with all files right here. I'll put it on my desktop. Don't get confused, my browser is set to German, so it looks a little bit different, but it works the same in English. So now I've saved it. Let me close my browser here, and here's the to-do file on my desktop. I right click, open with, and then use the browser, for example Firefox, and there you go. Here's a to-do list generated by ChatGPT in seconds, and it actually works. So we can type stuff in and confirm via add. So the JavaScript part of the website is functional, and this is what I mean. It's stunning, at least for me, when you think about how much time you invest learning the basics of coding. It's certainly a good idea to understand the code, but you don't have much of the work to do yourself anymore. You can just use ChatGPT for it. Let's just say you want to restyle it, simply prompt it. So you can tell it to use a different color palette, maybe like a yellow focused design. And again, just copy it, paste it, save it again, and then reopen it. And now it has been restyled by ChatGPT. But here's the part where you have to know coding, because the JavaScript doesn't work anymore. And if you don't know anything about code, you will not find out why. Let's get back to ChatGPT. I directly prompt it again, because I also want to add a couple of pre-defined, so default tasks that I always have to do every day. For example, walk the dog. I don't know, clean the room. What else, like water the plants, something like this. And I use a green color palette, monotone style, and it can also do this and implement it into the code. But right here you see the problem. So the JavaScript part is the same as it was before, so it hasn't regenerated it. It just tells you it's the same. And if you don't know what that means, so if you don't have any knowledge about coding, you might get lost here. And even if you prompt it to insert the JavaScript part again, it might not give you perfect results. You can see that right here, it has added the JavaScript part, but this time it has left out the CSS part, so the styling. But still, I think it's absolutely helpful. You don't have to do much of this dull coding part anymore. You can just use ChatGPT to generate it and then tweak it, twist it, adjust it manually. Let me just copy paste this part. I'll put it together. I refresh it, and now it's a green style. We've got our predefined tasks, so clean your room, take the dog for a walk, and you can still add stuff using JavaScript to your to-do list. I'm going to try different coding projects in the future, but I think this was already a very interesting one that shows you how you can use ChatGPT in your daily coding tasks. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.